morning, guys. I'm a few minutes away from walking out the door for work. I got a new haircut. I had to whack it all off because I was trying to grow it out. And I do know how to do like a gentleman's haircut, but I do not know how to do a gentleman's haircut on myself because it's kind of hard to do short hair. And on me, on an individual, I can like trim my own hair when it's long, but I can't do short hair. But what I did was I got frustrated because my hair was getting long and it was coming out down, over here down my over my ears, and then like if I would do it in the morning before work, it would like fall forward and then stay that way, and it looked all funky all day because I don't look in the mirror at work hardly. So um so I had to go whack it out. So what I did was I took a pair of scissors and I went around my ear. Whoops. I gave myself a mullet. So, and my husband told me I really don't pull off the mullet thing. So, yeah. Anyway, it's just in the nick of time to get it taken care of because school pictures are going to be on the 26th, and I need to have my hair looking pretty decent because this year I'm going to do it without makeup. I am going to put some mascara on, but I am not going to wear any makeup. Usually, it's like the only time of year that I put my makeup on is, or if I go to a wedding or something, is for school pictures. But this time, I'm going to do it without. I think I don't look that much different with makeup or without makeup. So, and then I have to wear it all day because I get the pictures done at work. So, all right, so my oatmeal just finished in the microwave. I pre-made it and it's hot. That's good. Ow. I don't really usually like to do it in the microwave. I don't like anything in the microwave, to be honest, but it was kind of a, weird morning. I had to, I'm trying to get in the habit of watering in the morning, my garden in the morning before I leave for work, because when I do it at night, it's not affecting anything in a bad way doing it at night, except, then it's mostly, I don't know, drained out of the soil or something by the time I get home from work, and then all my plants look like they're like wilting and just looking pretty frustrated. And I had a zucchini. It only got like that big, and it started getting soft right there on the plant. So I was like, I got some kind of morning goo in my eye. Yuck. So that didn't make it. I have a tomato finally turning red on there, a little cherry tomato. My bush tomato is not doing well. I have no idea what's going on. So I talked to the nursery lady around here, and she said she mixes regular dirt with her soil. So I've only ever done it in like regular dirt with some soil, but kind of. Yeah. So what I'm going to do this coming year is not going to do a fall garden. When this stuff is done, I'm going to pull up the frames for the raised beds, and then I'm going to think. I'm going to do something with the dirt. Probably have to do it one at a time and put it into like the wheelbarrow, or maybe put it into a pile or something. And then I'm going to dig where the raised beds have been sitting, because the dirt that's been sitting on top of it has probably amended the dirt that was sitting on top of. And then I'm going to, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to work on getting them in the ground, and then I'm going to amend the dirt from the raised beds with the dirt that I pull out of the hole. And that's what I'm going to do for all the plants along my fence. I'm just going to go ahead and put them in the dirt, and I'm going to pick up some gypsum, because this stuff, when I water my raised beds, and any water that comes off of that, or if it leaches out of the boxes at all, it like rolls right across the dirt and down into the road. So So it's not even absorbing it. So I need to get some gypsum so we can aerate the soil. All right, so anyway, other than that, yep, my new haircut. Yeah, she had to go super, here, let me see if I can show you. Super short in the back because stupid me, when I cut over my ears like that, I did a number on it. I did. Caused my, let me see if I can prop up my phone right here. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, possibly. So I'm going to throw some honey in my oatmeal, and I have to scarf it down kind of quick because I should be leaving like, let me see, no later than 15 minutes from now. I like to get to work really early. I actually don't have to be at work until 9. That's my starting time. But I usually prefer to get there like 8:15 because I don't know, I just sort of like get situated for the day and kind of lets me focus and start thinking about what I got to do. And to be honest, I don't spend that time. I don't get paid for that time. But I don't spend that time just like focusing or something like that. I actually get started on work, but I feel like if I don't do that, then I fall behind in so many areas, and I do enjoy my job enough that, you know, I want to be good at it. So I might as well. No good. So I did oatmeal, and I threw some frozen blueberries and some frozen raspberries in here. And it tastes really good. I probably won't do raspberries next time because they're kind of seedy and I don't like that in the morning. Hold on a second. Another thing I like to do with my oatmeal, and this comes from when I was a little girl, my mom used to put milk in my oatmeal, probably to cool it down. And now I prefer, I mean, I'll eat it without milk, but so prefer it with milk. And it still tastes good. That's good. So now it's like kind of creamy. It's kind of hard to tell. Milk in it. You can't see anything because of the angle of the camera, but yeah, that's my morning so far. I did water. Let me see. I was so mad at my husband because he put a post hole in. I do appreciate everything he does as far as that goes, but he gets tired. He's got arthritis and artificial hips, and he's starting to kind of fall apart a little bit. So he left the concrete bag out on the dolly next to the fence, and I didn't, first of all, the park people are going to come and pick up the pieces of asphalt that got busted up, and it was sitting where they wouldn't be able to get to the asphalt. So I had to move it, which I ended up spilling it all over the place, and frustrating morning. But like I said, I do appreciate everything he does, because if it weren't for him, I would have to dig that post hole. And though I know I can do it, it would have really jacked me up because of my fibromyalgia. My fibromyalgia seems to be majorly in my back. And I use my back for everything. Frustrating. Hold on. Be right back. Okay. So, I hope it doesn't bother you guys that I'm munching on my oatmeal while I'm talking to you. One real quick thing I want to show you. I've been like, over the summertime, I started doing fruit leathers because, you know, I started realizing that we'll get a bunch of fruit. Maybe we'll get it from Costco or something like that. And it'll be organic fruit, and it's not cheap, you know. So it starts to go bad, or it's, you know, starting to get smushy, and I'm like, oh my God, you know, I can't afford to be throwing that away or giving it to the guinea pigs. So I mean, I don't mind giving them some. They get a lot of fresh veggies, I'll tell you. But what I have gotten into the habit of doing is making these fruit leathers, and this is like a quarter of my dehydrator tray, and it peels right off of the parchment paper. This one here is peach. A friend gave me some peaches, and they were cling free. So I just stuck them, cleaned them up and stuck them in the refrigerator, and I kept forgetting about them. I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta handle those. So I took care of those this weekend. So I have peach, and then the other one I have is plum. And also one of the other things is I get fruit, like at work, the school breakfast and school lunches, they give the students and us free fruit. Not free fruit, but they give them fruit. And so it's free to me because I'm taking it home and making these fruit leathers. The plums do behave kind of like prunes. So if I eat a lot, yeah, it does that thing, which is not that bad. It's not like it's just, yeah. Anyway, so that's one part of it. I'm taking that, and see, this is the thing. I talked to you guys about, I think probably in one of my last video or the one before, about how I I don't have a place that I can put my camera. I don't know, maybe if I put it up here where my things are or something like that, but this is a real narrow area. Yeah, it's a little bit of a mess, but I am getting ready for work. So there's my stove. I don't really have a table right at the moment. I have that old gate leg table that was my grandmother's, but it's so ridiculously wobbly. Oh my gosh, it's ridiculous. So I've talked to my husband and told him I really need some kind of table in here that I can work at while I'm cooking, because my counter space is what I just showed you. That's my counter space. So I still do not regret taking out that island. It was like it took up seriously half of my kitchen. So I prefer it this way. I think it's more open, and I feel better about it. I'm limited on counter space. It doesn't stop me from baking. I figure it out, but it's a little bit convoluted. And what I did, see, I started digressing because I may have mentioned in one of my other videos is that I have ADD, big time. So sometimes my family and my friends are like, topic. So one of the things I made was gluten-free pizza. I discovered a really, really good recipe for a crust, because the pizza part is, I've been doing pizza for a long time, but the crust, that's always like an uphill battle, especially with gluten-free. So I got this one flour that I found called Pamela's bread flour, and I found out if you make cookies with it, you're going to have cake-like cookies. Okay, I know what in it. There's a tapioca flour in it, and that makes it really super fluffy. But so on some dishes, I've been trying, like, maybe mixing it with the regular gluten-free flour. But for the pizza, you do it like pizza it was so easy. I watched a YouTube video. Something about YouTube, right? I watched a YouTube video, and it was so easy. All you do is you mix it up like you normally do. No dough hooks. You just mix it because it's stickier, like more battery, thick batter. And then you take it out and you put it on like an oiled pan or parchment paper or something, and you just smash it out with your hands, and you stick it in the oven for, I don't know, like 20 minutes or something until it is brown. So you basically cook it, you pre-cook it, and then you put your stuff on, and then you just melt it through. And yeah, it turned out really, really good. But this time I did a barbecue sauce and chicken one. So it just has onion, chopped chicken, and barbecue sauce and cheese and Parmesan and stuff like that. And it turned out so good. So good. I mean, I made a regular one for my son and my husband, and that's gone. But I made two for me because I reheat them when I'm at work for lunch. So I have them all in the freezer, all packaged up and all that stuff. Well, let me look. Well, I need to scarf down a couple good bites out of this, and then I have to walk out the door. So, talk to you guys later. Love you. God bless.